Well, hey everybody, your good buddy 650E here. We're back for another new bike build series video. We got Zack the Master Mechanic in the house.
Yup, we're gonna add some more carbon fiber today.
As if we didn't have enough.
Yeah, why is the bike up in the air? I mean, what could we add that we need the bike up in the air for? A kickstand, or a kicking stand.
Kicking stand, yeah.
He likes to call it. He likes to sit there and kick it, I guess.
Yeah.
Look at this. So, full 6, I believe, right?
I think so.
Available on the Moto Million website, of course.
Yes.
It feels pretty light. Maybe we'll have to try weighing it against this kickstand, because I think this is at least a pound or two.
Yeah.
More so, I'd say it's probably for looks.
Yes.
Has the provisions for our side stand switch, so that's nice. Well, I don't know, let's get this old one off and get the new one on. So we got to deal with springs. I think we've shown it before, but the easy way, besides using like a hook or a spring tool, is just to get a piece of good strong like recoil rope or rope and then pull the spring back with that. So I'm gonna grab a piece of rope real quick. So I got a nice piece of nylon rope, and you'll just kind of stick it in the top of the spring hook here, and then it gives you a bunch of leverage so you can pull the spring and release it and control it without shooting it across the room.
Nice.
That's it there like that. Then we got to pull our side stand switch off, which is what keeps you from hurting yourself, taking off in first gear when the side stand's down.
Ew.
And then high siding and ruining all that awesome carbon fiber.
That would be very bad.
That would be bad. And then there's one more bolt on the back side. We're gonna need to pull this rubber plug out of here too. And we're gonna put that in the new one. That's just the stop. And I think that's a T50 back there. I don't know if you could do this with the stock exhaust system installed easily or not, because
Yeah.
I'm pretty close to the Krapovich pipe, and I believe that big muffler would be there. All right, stock kicking stand, right about a pound, just under.
Okay.
If only we had a digital scale, we would know what that amount is.
I'm gonna get one. I'm tired of
I
this.
keep looking at, every time I cruise on Amazon, I look at them and then I'm like, I should get one. And then you start reading how accurate they are, and I'm like, I don't know which one to get, and I give up.
Yeah.
More towards 0.
Yeah.
No, it looks like 3/4 of a pound.
Yep.
So a little bit of weight savings, definitely nothing crazy, but it has to support the motorcycle. Our side stand pivot, we actually don't grease this or anything because this bushing material in here is made to work without grease. So you don't want to put anything on it, just clean it off. And we can slide our new side stand on. Now I know on your M bike it stands it up just a little tall, but I think that's because we lowered the rear
I think so.
3 millimeters. So hopefully this one, it sits normal. We'll find out. Put a little bit of blue Loctite on there. We don't want the bolt to go anywhere. It will be nice because it is black in color, so it goes along with our theme, trying to black everything out. Anytime now. All right, there we go. And now we just put our side stand switch back in. This little tab is just gonna go in the hole. This part goes on the stop. And that's how it tells if the side stand's up or down. As this moves in the sensor here, it gives a different electrical reading to the computer and shows up on the dash and tells it whether or not it can start. And install just like that. Now it should move nice and freely like so.
Looks great.
Looks great. Wow, it blends right in. That's pretty sweet. Doesn't stick out like it used to.
Yep.
And so far so good on the M bike. It's still standing.
It is. Yeah.
This part of the bike actually has the most fasteners out of any. Once you get these side pieces off, which we showed before when we installed the tail tidy, unfortunately we're gonna have to uninstall that. That's probably the longest part of this. But there's just a screw on each side. And then what you wanna do is come in underneath with your fingers and first slide and then pop this off underneath. And then once you get that underneath, come to the front here, come out. And then once you get out, bring your hand up here, go up. Try to do it slowly because you don't want to go up all the way to the back. At the back, you need to go out just to preserve that little tab. Hopefully our new carbon fiber piece has that hole cut out. A lot of them don't. If not, we might just trim this tab off. It winds up looking better.
Okay.
Move these over for now. And I see we did miss something on our tail cowl too. I'll have to grab the passenger seat. We needed to put rubber buffers in this.
Okay.
From the passenger seat. I don't know if I put this on or not, but I see they're missing. So, and what happens is it winds up sitting too close, and you can see it's scuffing it right here. So we don't want it to scuff our new carbon pieces.
No.
Even scuff the paint just a hair. So we will get that taken care of. Same thing on this side though. Pop down underneath and then bring it out. And then up and back. Yeah, you can see we're rubbing back here too.
Oh boy.
It still covers it up, so it's not a big deal. And now it's pretty much these like clamshell pieces that we're changing. So this is where all the fasteners come in. Just pay attention to where your short collar and long collar screws are at. I think the only long ones are back here. Yeah, and they're just the mid length. So if anywhere they need to trim up, it would be right back here. Get this down a couple more fasteners because this actually has a bit of weight to it. Again, not really great for measuring ounces here, but about almost a ½ pound worth of fasteners.
Wow.
If we get rid of like, if we could do it with 2, it's almost nothing, you know?
Yes.
Between that and the side stand, we'd almost be at £1 pound. So now that we got that off, we can pull this bottom section off, which I think is just 2 screws. 2 short collar screws. That's it.
No way.
Nice and easy, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have the stock tail section still on, it's actually even easier. Now we have to move these body clips over to our new panel though, which is sitting right here, full 6 of course.
Yep.
Again, available on the Moto Million website. Go check it out. Cool. So that should be everything we need to reattach. Now I just slide this into place with our little fingers here. Ah, look, it does have the little cutouts for the body panel. That's nice.
Yes.
Oh, we might as well get our NRC plate holder back on in the home stretch of the hard stuff. Just got to reconnect our wires and put some more zip ties so it looks nice and tidy like it did before. And then we can get the top on. Now we can put the top half of our clamshell back on. Of course, also full 6. Should match awesomely. Looks like everything lines up. All right, so we'll put our mid-length collars back here first because we're going to try to line this up the best we can in the back. There's probably just a little bit of wiggle room. So now we put our painted side pieces back on. They just snap back in place. And I'll have to dig off that passenger seat so we can put those rubber buffers on there. So here's what I was talking about with the rear seat cowl. When you guys get these, this is a full 6 one. It does look like it's ready to go right on. And for the most part it is, but to keep it from scratching, what you want to do is pull out these 2 3mm Allens. And you can either go to your BMW dealership. They should be able to order you 4 of these rubber pieces right here. And then you could go back and forth. But if you're not going to go back and forth, you can take them out of your old passenger seat and put them in this. But the reason you have to take this apart is so that you can pull them through. So once you get that out, this comes right off. These things, very carefully, you can pull out. This seat actually happens to be apart, so I'll show you what it looks like. So you wind up with this looking rubber piece. And this is what you'd want to order if you want to use both your seat and the seat cowl. A little bit of silicone spray on it. And then since we have this apart, we're able to push it through and just grab it with a pair of pliers. You want to keep grabbing it as low as possible though so that you don't rip the rubber part. That's the hard part. There we go. And now it's installed, and that'll give us just a little bit more height, as you can see that compared to that.
Yes. Do that 3 more times, you're all set.
Again, this is a stock seat all apart. Yours wouldn't look like that. Yours would have the padding on it. But you can just kind of roll them around in a circle and pull at the same time, because you don't want to break that thicker part off, otherwise it won't work. So once you're done, you just have your seat cowl with the 4 rubber bushings installed, and now when we go to put it back on the bike, it'll sit up just a little bit higher. You can see I had to do some trimming back here. This piece doesn't fit perfect, but there's nothing I can do about it. The carbon fiber's off. Let's see what it looks like with the light on.
Yeah.
I think we can turn it on. Yeah, everything's plugged in.
Oh, yeah. It's got that effect, that reflection effect.
That's cool.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, it winds up looking like there's a tail light up here.
Yeah.
Brake
Super
light.
bright. The right turn signal, left turn signal.
Cool. All right, it's all angry because we got the throttle unplugged. Let's wipe off some fingerprints and we'll take a good look at it. All right, let's give our side stand a test. Always got to make sure the work perform works, right?
Yes.
And this bike is stock height, so should give us a good showing of, oh yeah, that feels,
yes.
Yeah, it leans over. Maybe not quite as far as stock, but it definitely leans over a little farther than your bike. It feels secure.
Yes.
Not like it's gonna fall. And it looks great, even when it's parked. Look, it lines up right with the frame cover.
Oh yeah, it does.
As soon as we get that sprocket and electronics box cover on there, we'll have a nice array of carbon fiber covering everything. It's gonna be one slick looking machine.
Oh heck yeah.
Got our SC can mounted up, which is carbon fiber. This is turning into quite the carbon fiber machine.
I know, carbon and black, you can't go wrong with that. It's beautiful.
All right, well, that's all we got for today.
Okay.
Hopefully next time we can get some coolant in this bike and get this thing fired up so we can hear what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Still waiting for this heel guard anyway, which was loose. So we'd probably have an exhaust leak and wouldn't get a great sound.
Okay.
And we also have all the Bren tuning upgrades to talk about and show as well. But hopefully we can get the coolant done first and get it to run without the tune on it.
Okay.
And we'll show the differences before and after. But definitely got a good looking bike out of today's video.
Sweet. So you guys go ahead and go into the description and join our Patreon family so that one lucky person is going to win this motorcycle once it's all done, put back together and looking great.
Yeah, I can't believe someone's going to wind up with this bike. I mean, usually they look good, but we started off hot and heavy right off the rip with the ThyssenKrupp wheels, the chain adjusters.
Yeah.
And I can't believe how much stuff is going to wind up on this motorcycle. This is going to be a great one.
Yes, it is.
For sure. I mean, most of them come out good. This one's coming out really good. Plus, I like black and red, so I guess I'm biased.
Yes. All right, guys, stay tuned for the next video. You're going to hear this bike roar. We'll catch you next time on the 650 Eve YouTube channel.